okay, so you won 2 years ago with the Chiefs. You won last year with the Bucs. If we could wave a wand and say you get a phone call from somebody saying join, or you get a phone call from somebody saying you could join any of the 8 teams left, so you could have a shot at a 3rd ring in a row, one of those rare moments, which team would you choose? You have a choice. You could go on any of these 8 teams. Which one would LeSean McCoy choose because you feel you could go back to back to back?
If I had that decision and choice,
yes, sir,
I would start off like this: back to back. I'm going with the Bucs. I feel like they have the best opportunity.
You do. Look, I chose the Bucs. Okay, I chose the Bucs prior to last year, and I got off them. I'll be honest with you. The way that your team looked going into Thanksgiving, that was the week in which you lost to the Chiefs, but we saw what happened after that, right? And I got off you, and I swore I would never get off of a Tom Brady quarterback team ever again if I thought they had the chance to win. And I chose them before this season, and I haven't gotten off them despite being given a mulligan by the NFL Network crew on Thanksgiving and yet last week. But the guys injured up front really, really make me nervous, LeSean.
Yeah, now that's the biggest thing. If some guys are hurt, that's going to be tough for him.
Right.
For the team. But one thing about Brady, man, like just being there with him, like he's so aware of everything. So when they're getting pressure on him, right, you can't blitz him because he's going to be ready for that. The only team I've ever seen really play us really well because they match up well with us was the Saints. Just because they got the guys up front,
yeah,
and they got the guys in the back end, right? But when I look at the Rams, I don't think they don't have that, right?
You don't think they got the? Hold on a second. I got Jalen Ramsey on in hour number 3, LeSean. I don't want to get him upset.
Oh, I mean, he's one, but that's one guy. Like listen. I mean, he's by far the best corner in the league. But I mean, he's a whole secondary. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure Tom's gonna stay away from him, right? Because I would.
Right.
And then he's got his tight ends now, right? He's got the other young guys. See, Tom knows he's all about matchups. So okay, Godwin's hurt and he's a hell of a player, and AB's not playing. He has other players with other abilities, so he's going to go for the matchups. Got the running backs, got the tight ends, Leonard Fournette's playing. So he's going to make it happen. And Tom, with the linemen, if they're banged up, he still finds a way, like, okay, now my reads have to be quicker, right? The play calling has to be a little quicker. Now, longer play actions. Like, this guy is different. He's a different dude in the playoffs. You know this.
I do. That's why I'm not getting off him again. But the
and lastly,
yeah,
all the talk about the Belichick, I'm happy it's over because it's Brady. I try to tell you, it's really Brady 12 that does all that magic, not Belichick. Now they can see it for their own eyes now that they separate with the championship, and now the Tom's still in the playoffs, still making noise.
Come on, hold on a second. Wait a minute. You're saying, come on. Belichick doesn't nothing. You're like it was all Brady the entire time. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, I can't say all, but it's more like 60-40. You know what I mean? 60-40. I'm being generous.
Including the times when Tom was starting back, before you even were playing, when you were a twinkle in the Pittsburgh Panther eye. You know what I'm saying, LeSean?
Yeah,
even then.
Even then, like when he got with Tommy, everything changed. I mean, you see the stats, the numbers. Before that, wasn't that? Before Tommy wasn't what it is now. It wasn't no dynasty. And then you leave Tommy and you get the most points scored ever in a playoff game. They didn't have not one fourth down. That was crazy. Scoring every possession. That matters, right?
Yeah. No, I see you, but I mean, I just had to push back a little bit there. Look, I mean, I believe in Tom just like everybody else, but no, you choose them. You wouldn't choose the Packers at all. Like you like a Brady and the Packers make it, and Brady goes back there. You were there last year. You saw it. Think they'd do it again, right?
I think they do it again. I just think that they match up well. So I'm big on matchups.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Because I think they're well coached. BA's like a really good coach. I think that the Packers, they're a complete team too. But just look at both sides. Like on defense, I think that the Bucs, they play Aaron Rodgers really, really well. Solid secondary.
Okay.
Get a lot of pressure on him. You got to get pressure on Aaron Rodgers without sending the heat, right? Because if you do, he's going to dissect everything.
Right.
And I think the Bucs do that well. Get pressure with no blitzes.
Okay.
You know, so we'll see.
We will see.
I could be wrong. I'm never always 100% right. I'm just more like 89% of the time right.
89% right.
You got some bets for me, Sean?
No, stop. Leave him alone. Stop it.
If you need me, let me know.
89.
I told you that.
80. Okay, that's right. 89% right, LeSean McCoy. I've never heard that one before, but hey, you watched all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Watch more right here.